Welcome to today's presentation. My name is Joe Texera. I'm the product manager here at MuxLab. And today we're going to be doing a presentation on MuxLab's new streaming solutions. We're going to take a look at various products that we're coming out with, and some that are available now and some that will be coming out between now and the end of the year and early next year. So you'll get a heads up of what's coming and what's available. I just want to briefly, for those who are not familiar with MuxLab, just give you a quick intro to the company. We are a Canadian-based company based in Montreal, Canada, and we've been in business for over 35 years. In fact, we started in 1984. Our focus is primarily in pro audio video and broadcast markets, so both HDMI world and the SDI world for the broadcast side. And we do a lot of over IP, digital signage, and as you're going to see today, streaming solutions for audio video. We have a very complete lineup of products. We've got over 300 SKUs worth of product amongst those different markets. The R&D facility is here in Montreal. We've got folks that have been with us almost from the beginning, a lot of experienced developers for both hardware, software, embedded software. And our technical support is also located in Montreal, and that's a good thing for you folks, so that whenever you have any questions, our support staff can help you. And if they need assistance themselves, they can just walk over and talk to the engineer who developed the product and get you an answer promptly. We pride ourselves in developing quality products. We've been doing it for years, and that's what helped us stay in business all these years. So we work hard to develop high quality and very easy to use products to make your life easier as well. And today's no exception. We're going to be talking about streaming. A lot of folks are not sure how to stream or how to set things up. We've put a lot of effort in the product that we're announcing today to make it as easy as possible, even for the novice. So this all stemmed from what's been happening. I mean, everyone's aware COVID-19 has caused a lot of changes across the globe. A lot of companies have to have their doors closed to the public, and they want to maintain their business. So a lot of folks are trying to stream out to reach or broadcast to various followers and members to be able to continue running their business. They're using services like YouTube and Facebook, Wowza, and many others, and they use different tools to help them do that. There are video production tools such as OBS, Wirecast, which allow them to be able to produce content to be able to send out and broadcast to their followers and members. So we've come out with a number of kits. These are complete solutions in a box that make the setup very easy. And what we're going to show you today, we're going to be doing a presentation portion and a live demo portion. So you'll be able to see the product in action, just to show you how easy it is to use. There are no fees, no monthly fees or subscription limits with our solution. You buy it once and you can use it from that point forward. We've targeted the streaming market primarily for applications such as house of worship, distance learning in education, fitness training, influencers, and gaming industries. But of course, there are many, many more that are not on this list, but are still very applicable. Gymnasiums, cooking classes, you name it. There are many different folks out there that are trying to reach out and broadcast their services to their customers. So we're targeting those customers, especially those that are less familiar with how to do this, that weren't doing this in the past. We're coming out with a very simple solution to be able to do that. With respect to the capabilities of our products, we offer solutions for multi-camera support so that you can also support multiple camera angles and switch between camera views to have a professional looking video. We support also multi-view and picture-in-picture capabilities. So that's the ability to send multiple camera views onto the same screen, even one camera view inside another camera view. Picture-in-picture to be able to have a professional looking result. We provide you with a camera that supports full HD up to 60 hertz, so you have an excellent image quality on your reproduction. The camera supports PTZ, pan, tilt, and zoom capabilities that are remotely manageable, so you'll be able to control the positioning of the camera, the zoom of the camera. The zoom supports a 12 times optical zoom, so there's no degradation as you zoom all the way in or all the way out. The solution supports multiple presets. So a preset is the ability to move the camera to a given position and at a given zoom range, save that as a preset, move it somewhere else, zoom it to a different zoom position, and save that as a preset. And you can keep doing that many times. And then you can do that ahead of doing your production, your broadcast. And once you're live, you can just press on a preset button that you've created and have it move to that particular location at the zoom setting you had. It makes it very easy and makes it look very professional, so it can smoothly zoom over to the location you want to go to give you that professional look. We have solutions for both one-way and two-way communications, meaning solutions where you're just broadcasting out to your audience one way, and solutions where you have two-way, for example, education, where you've got a teacher lecturing to his students and you have the students replying back and asking questions or answering questions. And then all of our kits come with an intuitive management application that'll run on a Windows platform or iOS or Android tablet or smartphone to be able to manage the whole system. And you'll see just we're going to show you how that looks and how easy it is to use. From a compatibility standpoint, basically our solution will work with all of the different platforms out there. All the popular ones such as YouTube, Facebook, Wowza, Twitch. We'll be able to send content to those providers and be able to broadcast your videos to your customers. We also have solutions that work with tools like Zoom, Teams, Google Meet, etc., so that you can even create two-way communications with your customers using our solution in complement with those other products to be able to offer high-quality audio video over those other solutions. We're going to cover the different kits that we have. The first one that's being released as we speak is the 500-786 kit. This is a single camera live streaming solution. So it consists of a camera, which is as I mentioned, it's a full HD running at 60 hertz, supports pan, tilt, and zoom capability, which is remotely manageable from the application. So we have the application that runs either on a Windows platform, or you can have it running on a tablet or smartphone of your choice, iOS or Android. And you also have, the kit includes a streamer device, which streams the video content and the audio. The audio comes from a wireless microphone that's attached to the announcer, the presenter, and the content is then sent over the internet onto the different platforms that you want to send it to, the different providers such as YouTube, Facebook, Wowza, etc. So this is the entry-level kit. And then we have, and that's available now, so you can start placing orders as of next week. The products are in stock. We're going to be coming out with another kit that will be coming out end of this year, end of December. And this kit is almost identical to the previous one, but it includes a switcher in between the cameras and the transmitting device. And what that does is it allows you to switch between different camera views. So you can have up to 4 cameras connected. The kit does come with 1 camera, and you can add up to 3 more. and that allows you then to have different camera views and be able to switch between them. So the first kit would be applicable, for example, if you are doing a cooking class and you're alone, or you're doing a fitness class and you're the only instructor, where this kit would probably be better suited for house of worship, or you're maybe having different camera views within the facility. You may be going to the podium, to the altar, maybe to the organ player, and having different views that you can switch between at a moment's notice. So this kit will be available by the end of the year. The next kit is a multi-view live streaming solution. So it incorporates the multi-camera of the previous kit, but it adds the capability of multi-view as well. So you still have a switcher in between, but this switcher can actually merge images together from the different cameras onto a single screen. So you can basically have all four cameras being displayed on a single screen, or three of the cameras, or two, or just the one. It allows you to switch between the different cameras as well. So it adds more flexibility, more capabilities, and a more professional look than the others if you need that capability. We have and by the way, that this particular kit will be coming out in Q1 of next year, in the first quarter. Just as a note, all of the devices you see here already are developed. And in fact, for all of the kits I'm going to be presenting today, all of the components are already existing. We have them. We're just developing the software support for the different kits. Okay. The fourth and final kit that we have to present today is a two-way multi-view streaming kit. And this solution basically allows you to stream in two directions, so that you can use it, for example, for distance learning, where you have a teacher, professor lecturing to his class, and the class can be at the other end and can answer questions or ask questions from the teacher. And it works in conjunction with tools like Zoom, Teams, Google Meet, etc. So you have the multi-view capability of this device, where you can have multiple cameras or a few cameras mixed in with PowerPoint presentations or other document scanner technology that can present presentations to the students. And all of that would be supported, and you can then switch between different multi-views or different cameras or devices, source devices during the lecture. So those are the four kits, and that last one also will be available in Q1 of next year. But as I mentioned, the first kit is available today, and the second will be available by the end of next month. So those two kits are pretty much ready to go. I'm going to briefly describe the software for you, but we're going to do a live demo, so I'm not going to dwell too much on the slides themselves. Suffice to say that we support a login, so it's a protected system. You've got to sign in to get in, and once you do, the system will handle all of the tough work for you. It's going to auto-discover all of the devices in your kit. There's nothing you have to do. It will auto-configure all the devices for you with their default configuration settings for basic operation. And then that takes a few seconds to do. And once that's done, you're brought in to the main page of the software application itself. The software is called MuxStream, and that's available for free with the kit. So MuxStream provides you I'm showing you an example of the first kit with a single camera. So you're presented with a window showing the camera output, along with a control button here. So you've got the visuals in the middle. On the right side, you've got the control button. When you hover over it or click on it, you get a control panel that pops up, and it allows you to fine-tune the controls of that camera. You have pan and tilt controls here, as well as a center button to recenter the camera. You have the ability to zoom in and zoom out. You also have controls to control the speed of your zoom, and if there's a little plus sign here, you're going to be able to control as well the speed at which you can pan and tilt, and you have the ability to set presets as well of the pan, tilt positions and the zoom position. You also have the ability to control the volume, so you can set the volume level, and again, you can set presets that will save your volume, that will save your pan, your tilt, and your zoom positions. And you can create as many presets as you want. We're going to show you examples of how you can actually do that. It's very, very easy to do. But it allows you to then just press a preset button and allow the camera to reposition itself in a very smooth fashion, which looks very professional. And it takes almost no effort to do. You do that ahead of your broadcast, and you're good to go. When it comes to connecting to the different services, basically what you do is you hit the create stream button, and it brings up the different options for you. So you have some of the more popular ones here, and there's other options as well for other providers. But for example, if you wanted to connect to stream to YouTube, you would just click on the YouTube, and it would bring you up a screen that would allow you to fill in the variables you need to set up for YouTube. With YouTube, you've got basically a name for your stream. That's any name you want that's convenient for you and easy to remember. And then you've got two other fields that come from the YouTube app. So you have to have an account with YouTube. And then once you create that account, you can go into your YouTube and pull this information. So you would need to have the URL, the streaming URL, and the streaming key. And that, if you're not sure how to do that, if you scroll down this window here, you're going to get assistance on how to set up the YouTube video to broadcast. So it's a step-by-step process. There's 3 steps here. They tell you what to do on all 3 different steps. And as you go through, you basically just fill in the information. And YouTube does provide you that URL key and the key that you need to be able to, the streaming key that you need to be able to stream directly to YouTube. And they even offer you a copy button, so you can copy that, and then you just go back into your app and just paste those in directly. And you're going to see an example of how that's done. So it's very simple to do, even for the novice. I'm also just going to show you a preview of the development we're doing for the second kit. That's the multi-camera kit, which is coming out end of this year in December. In that particular kit, you're going to have the 4 different camera views if you've got 4 cameras installed. And you've got a preview screen and the live screen, what's actually being sent out on YouTube and shown on the YouTube portion. What that allows you to do is you can set up any video ahead of time in the preview. You can adjust the pan tilt if you like. And once you're ready to go, you can just send it to the live view. So it allows you to prepare your scene before you actually go live with it. Again, makes it look very professional, and it's yet very easy to do for the operator. So we're going to now, I'm going to shift control to my colleagues. I've got with me Ariel and Edson. They're from our development team, and they're going to be doing the live presentation. So just give me a second here, and I'm going to transfer control over to them.
Everyone, so we're going to show you how to a little tour of the app. What you see over here is the first screen that you would see when you first open the app for the first time. So you create your account over here, email and password, and so let's go ahead and do that. So your email, your info is not sent to MuxLab at all. It's just used over here you enter your email. That way, if you need to recover your password, the app can send you an email, but your information is private here. Let's go ahead and create our account. and click next. And here it's scanning your network for your devices in your kit, and it's found, and now it's configuring it. So it's setting all the default configurations that way you don't have to, preparing your camera, your transmitter to be ready to stream right away. It takes a few seconds over here. Setting the bit rates and all that stuff. So now it's all set, it's done, and it's already reused. So let's click next. And this is the screen you see when you open the app, not the first time. So the first time you open it, you see that configuration. The next time you see this login screen. Let's go ahead and log in. And when you're going to log in, each time you use the app, it's going to take a second or two to rescan your network and make sure everything is still there, still working. If there's any issue, something is not found, something is found but not working well, you're going to get a message at this point right here. So over here, we got in, so everything's fine, everything's still there. And here you see the output of your camera, what it's currently filming. So we're just going to give you a quick tour of how to control your cameras. If you move your mouse over to the right, you have your controls. And you, right on the top, you have your pan and tilt. So let's go ahead and pan and tilt over here. You can see how you can move your camera around. And you also have in the center the recenter button to move your camera back to the center position. And you could also use your keyboard at this point to move the camera around. It's more convenient, more natural, it flows better. If you click the little plus, you get some extra options, the pan speed and tilt speed, which you could configure at any time. You could change at any time. If we go a bit lower, we have our zooming. So plus minus, you can use the buttons here and use the zoom speed slider to control that as well. You could also do that using the keyboard to zoom in and out. So this camera, like I think Joe might have mentioned, is a 12x, so you're not losing resolution by zooming in. It's so that's good. A little bit lower, we have our volume control. So this is the volume that's being output by the transmitter all the way to your streaming service like YouTube. So you can change that at any time. You can mute or unmute if you need to suddenly do that. You have the reset, which will set it back to its default. And you could change that at any point while you're streaming live. A bit lower, you have your presets. So a preset is when you move your camera around. Let's do that. You can save the current position in terms of pan, tilt, and zoom, and you can save that under a specific name. So let's say it's a cooking show or something. You might have the camera facing the speaker, and in one preset, and then another preset, it might be facing what the person is doing. That way, you could switch between them easily. Let's go ahead and create the preset, give it a name. We have the option below to include the volume. So let's say you were, your presets were for two different people, and one person's a bit further. You might want to have the volume increased for one preset and then save it in the preset. So when you switch, it's going to automatically increase the volume. So let's save that. So now we have one preset over here. Let's create another one just to show you how it works. And create a second one. You could create as many as you need. There's no limit. And let's show you quickly how to go between one and the other. So simple and fun. So that's how you use presets. So that's all for controlling the actual camera. Let's talk about how to get this stuff onto YouTube or another service. So up on top, we have the Create Stream button. If you click it, you get this window which lets you choose what you want to stream to and configure it. So we have on top RTMP type of services, so YouTube, Facebook, Wowza, and for anything else, you can use a custom to configure it. So you can, any service that uses RTMP, which is the standard, you can configure here. Same for RTSP, Wirecast, OBS, or any other custom RTSP stream you can configure here. Currently, we support multiple RTSP streams at once with also simultaneously an RTMP stream. In a upcoming update, you'll be able to have multiple RTMP and multiple RTSP all at the same time. So let's just demo YouTube. Let's click on YouTube and get streaming onto YouTube. So here you have your stream name. This let's enter something here. This is something for you to enter, something that's memorable to you. That way, if you're going to be streaming multiple things onto YouTube this week, you could give them names and know which ones you're referring to when you call them up and it's time to do them. Let's go ahead and enter the information here. If you need to know how to get some of those fields, we have our guides for each type of service on the bottom. They're very easy, 2 steps each, how to get those fields, those other fields. So if you scroll up, let's go ahead and enter a stream name. And for those 2 fields on the bottom, as per the guide, let's go get them off of YouTube. So you log into your YouTube account, you follow the guide, you get to this page. Let's go ahead and copy the info. That's the streaming URL and then the key. You paste it in. And good. So at this point, we have extra options if you want to configure the stream, more specifically. You could do that. You don't have to. If you don't know what this stuff is, you could ignore it. There's default values, but you could configure more technical information over here. So we're just showing you how to do that. You could change the frames per second as well if you want to, and so on. So let's go ahead and click save. We're done configuring YouTube. Over here, you could choose to stream it right away. If you just want to get up and stream it on YouTube immediately, you could click yes, go right away, or later. If you want to call it up later, let's click later. And time has passed, now it's later. In the meantime, we created more streams, a bunch of other streams, and we're ready to start streaming now. Let's click start streaming, which will show us the different streams that we have created. So far we did 1, let's go ahead and click it. So now it's talking to YouTube. We'll get a message. There it is. This message is just telling us to make sure that YouTube is also on and streaming. This is applicable if let's say you're going to stream something, you're planning it for next week, you shared your link with everyone, but it's actually set for another time. So when you get to that time, you also have to just make sure in YouTube that it's on. So let's click got it. And now we are communicating with YouTube. This is our YouTube page, and as you can see, we have our video here. Let's go to the big link to the big page on YouTube, the one that users would see. And this is our camera streaming on YouTube live. We're gonna give you a little wave from one of our colleagues so you can see how friendly we look. There we go. And so that's it. That's how you get onto YouTube, very quick and easy. Let's get back out into the app. So when you're done, you just click stop streaming over here. That's gonna stop you from being broadcast onto YouTube. That's it. We're done. You can see over here, YouTube is realizing the stream stopped, and in just a second, it's gonna warn us that it's over. So no data. The stream will end shortly, unless you restart, which we're not going to do, and that's it. So that's the gist of it. That's how you configure the app. That's how you discover we covered discovering your units, getting in, logging in, controlling the camera, and starting a stream. The process is exactly the same for the other stream types like Facebook and so on. You just follow the little guides. They're just a couple of steps. You get the information, you paste it back in, and then you just click start, and then you're done. So hopefully this is going to be easy to use for everyone. That's the gist of it, and I'll let my colleague here, Joe, conclude.